Good morning, adventurers. I'm gonna ride Salt Creek by the little town of Rico, Colorado, and I got a story to share with you about how the town fought environmental injustice and how when community voices fell upon deaf ears of corporate power, some residents of Rico took matters into their own hands and made peace for their beloved mountains and valleys. And it's a story you won't readily find in the history books, but the mountains here, they remember. Rico is a small mountain town right along the Dolores River in the middle of the Rico Mountains here, which are this interesting geologic offshoot of the San Juan Mountains. It was born of silver strikes in the 1880s and was beaten down by every bust that followed. Like so many mountain mining towns, Rico thrived when markets rose and starved when markets crashed. But Rico didn't just suffer at the whims of boom and bust economics. It fell prey to something darker, something more sinister. Author Patrick Curran wrote that unbridled capitalism brings out the worst in mankind, supported by 4 pillars of greed: corporate power, unprincipled leadership, inept oversight, and obscene profit. These all support corporate greed. And Rico saw it all in an acid plant that arrived in 1954. And at times, it just keeps piling on more and more until people finally have had enough of it. But sometimes it takes a big stick to knock out one of the things that makes corporate power powerful. The Rico Argentine Mining Company built the acid plant to turn sulfur-rich iron pyrite from Telescope Mountain into sulfur dioxide, or sulfuric acid. And that was shipped off to smelters all along the Colorado Plateau that were mining weapons-grade uranium. And that refined uranium was used during the Cold War to build up our stock of nuclear weapons. And for a while it felt like revival. Jobs returned, hope stirred, but greed pushed production of the plant way past its safe limits, all in the name of obscene profit. When you push an acid plant past its safe operating limits, it starts to poison everything. And so, acid rain killed everything around the plant, the trees and the vegetation, and thick clouds of sulfuric acid often smothered the town in this dense fog. And acid mine drainage from the plant poisoned the river for many, many miles downstream, killing the fish and every living thing in the water. And the problem only got worse over the plant's 10 years of operation. And the people formed coalitions and spoke out, tried to band together, and all of their efforts just fell on deaf corporate ears as corporate lawyers outmaneuvered the regulators. Whoa. Woo. Yeah. And the plant kept running day and night, pushing production farther and faster, always chasing more and more profit and the mighty dollar. Wow. Woo. That is until 2 men finally stepped up because they had enough and decided to take matters into their own hands. Oh, yeah, buddy. And they grabbed their peacemaker and they marched up to the plant, went into the control room and leveled a gun. Their names were Johnny and Roy. It was 1964, 10 years after the plant opened. Well, newspapers at the time don't mention the ordeal, but whatever they did to shut the plant down, shut it down for good. That part's clear. The plant never operated again and was eventually torn down in the 70s. And in Rico, Johnny and Roy weren't criminals. They were more like folk heroes. People applauded them and bought them drinks. defenders of their beloved little valley. Woo! They stepped in when no law or agency would on behalf of the people, and the people of Rico were proud of them for it. Wow, there's a little bit of rain here last night. Today you can go into the Rico Museum right in downtown Rico, and you can still see the gun that Johnny and Roy used to hold up the plant. And they may have been outlaws, but they were benevolent ones. Wow. Oh man, Salt Creek is such a fun trail. Thank goodness we don't live back in those day and age. Oh yeah. So all that remains of the acid plant today is some water treatment ponds and a water treatment plant working to stop the acid mine drainage and to restore life in the river. And it seems to be working really well. The river has fish in it again, and the trees are alive, and Rico's green, and we can enjoy trails like this. Thank goodness. But it left its scars, and it'll take a long time for the environment to fully heal. So on these trails you can feel it. The people of Rico are hardened by adversity, but there's an undeniable love and soft spot for nature, their beloved mountains and valleys, and their rivers that sustain life. It's a place that still honors its unsung outlaws and celebrates the work done by brave individuals to restore the environment and return Rico to its beloved natural state. How's it going? It's a place, it's a people that occasionally, when all other methods fail, will step up and topple greed with grit, paving the way for healing to begin. So if you want to learn more about the history of Rico, stop in at the Rico Museum, located right downtown in what used to be the firehouse. And if you want to check out the book titled Acid Rain and the Rise of the Eco Outlaws, stop in at the local Rico library. That might be your last chance to read it. If you want to support the amazing trails around here, you can help the Rico Trails Alliance with donations and memberships, or you can volunteer on one of their organized work days. They're just awesome, and they have a lot of really interesting projects going on. Great stuff. Going to be huge for the town of Rico. And if you want to support this channel, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and go check out stumptv.com. There you can learn more about this channel and about me, and you can explore a non-member fee organic solution to supporting the channel that I've come up with that I'm calling the Adventure Support Ecosystem. No fees. There's lots of ways you can support the channel, so check out the website and explore those. And while you're there, jump on the Adventure Dispatch mailing list. Get insider information, maybe some early views now and then, upcoming projects, all kinds of neat stuff. So something brand new, just getting it all published so you can be an insider on the ground floor. Thanks for watching, y'all. Much appreciated. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, we're all in this together.